Smokey here, back with our old style classic gear video. So Maxpedition hooked me up with the Platy series, and it's just an expansion on their organizer series. They got a whole bunch, but it's nice to be able to dial in to your specific holding needs. Nothing too crazy, just showing out the first impressions and the layout. Starting off with some design features I feel stand out. So they come with 550 cord and a cord lock for adjustment. And so it gives this vibe of kind of like a badge holder had sexy love time with an organizer pouch. So kind of a little something different for a little hybrid pouch. And so I bring this up because it's a big turning point on how you're going to use it. All this 550 business is not so great if you're going to put it in a pocket, but it does make a easily accessible option. So like if you want a front mount, you probably would adjust it up so it's a little less floppy, but you know, very, very accessible here. A little more control on a sling style, a little easier to hold with your arm. And but the main thing is like this is a pain if you're putting it in a pocket, so don't be afraid to take it out. Very, very easy to take out. And for the EDC crowd, they love the 550, so you might just end up storing it in the pouches, backup 550 anyway. Since considered pocket organizers and all, I thought best to show examples of that. So the 5x7 size is a good cargo pocket size. Now these are first tactical pants, so it's good, kind of a medium cargo pocket, not super slim, not super billowed, and just kind of showing extraction here. And so this also brings up where the pull loop is kind of small compared to the old style on the Maxpedition line. It has this big old easy to grab, and so people will be mixed on whether or not they don't want this to be causing more space versus easier grip. This one's much more compact, but then you gotta kind of like daintily use two fingers if you want to grab onto that. Also, the little zipper pull tab can kind of get looped on there and get in the way if that's what you're aiming for. So you just kind of end up grabbing on either. So you may just grab the whole thing and pull out. So mixed feelings on that. But anyway, going on to the other side, the 4x6 is a more pocket friendly since smaller, holds less, but goes into more things. So you can see it going into a frontal pocket here or back pocket here. Getting into the layout breakdown, overall they're symmetrical and the same layout, just different scale. So there's the 4x6 and then the 5x7 Platy. I would say the easiest to see pouches are these open top ones here. And then back here is the bigger stash pocket, I would say generally thought of for notebooks. Then there's elastic, so typically good for pen-like slots. And then the middle one's a little different because it doesn't really align well with the other pockets. So you gotta get a little bit more creative with how to use that one. Then on the back, have longer pen-like slots. And a little different here with the zipper down the middle. And so this is where I'm a little torn. So zipper down the middle does allow you to get two exterior pockets like this to be nice and symmetrical. And it works good, say, if you want an interior item here and here, or like a flat pocket there. But say for bigger items though, I kind of prefer the offset pocket, zipper rather. But so this may be hit or miss depending on what you're looking for. Then the larger version, more of the same. All your little zones, just a little bit bigger. And so I don't bore you too much, we'll jump into actual use examples. Here's a loadout example on the 4x6. So you can see you can hold small knives pretty easy. Generally a lot of pen slots. So here's a Sharpie over here. Then you got a Write and Rain 3x5. And then on the other side, get a little bit thicker zones so you can do something like a chem light here. On the interior, showing off just holding some batteries. And when it's all, you got a little something in every pocket, it shows how everything starts to get pretty compressed and tight. And here's a 5x7 example where we have a little bit more space. So we can get into a double stack pistol mag. More pin examples at the same time. This is a little screwdriver kit. Multi-tool size. And this is a 3x5 notepad, but it does have enough room for 4x6. It just shows an example of consideration where every pocket, or most, have a little something. So this fits in there a little better. And then on the other side, got medium-sized flashlight. Same over here, just an example of a thicker size pin. And an interior example, say some protective gloves, or some small electronics wires. Anyway, that's it for the Maxpedition Platy Series organizer overview. A little something new, if you don't particularly like these, Maxpedition does have a bunch of other ones, so I recommend checking them out because usually they got a little something for everybody when it comes to EDC organizational needs. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to support us, check out the MIL-SPEC Monkey Store. Although known for morale patches, we also specialize in a good selection of DIY hardware and tactical accessories.